Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be starting a whole new section of the channel, or continuing off of it, but we're actually going to start day one today as day one of the fall bulk. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get right into it. Okay, so we're going to be pretty much doing arms today, and we're just going to go ahead and get right into it, and I want to make this pretty much a daily thing any day I work out, which is going to be probably 4 to 6 times a week, 6 on the high side, probably more close to 3 or 4, right? I want to keep up the just the content of it, and anytime I'll be working out is anytime I'll be recording videos for you guys, because I want you guys to be able to see and know what I do. And I also want to help coach you guys and tell you guys what to do so that you guys can know how to build muscle more effectively and better. If you guys have any questions about cutting, bulking, or anything else, just leave it in the comment section, and I will reply to every single comment you guys have, unless this gets thousands and thousands, even hundreds of thousands of views. I've done it before and I'll do it again. I will still reply to your comments and just keep them flowing in, because I don't mind the questions, and I actually do love replying to comments to you guys, and I will reply fast, so don't worry about that. Okay, so before we do arms, I just want to mention one more thing, is that I want to mention that I've been doing a little bit of I read Mike Mentzer's Heavy Duty, and I read that it's a pretty good book, and he talks about how to grow for teenagers and how to grow muscle and build muscle for every type of group of people, like women and stuff. But mainly I looked at his heavy duty training and what he believes, right? He always believes, eating a lot and if you want to gain muscle and all that. But he very, very much believes in when you're training, he believes in training very, very heavy, to the point where you can probably do, I'd say, a range of 8 to 12 reps, around there. And enough so that you fail before that 12 reps. So mainly you want to stay in that range. I usually fail between 8 to 12. I usually make that. Sometimes I'll pick a weight a little bit even heavier so I can get to a really good failure, and I'll go for 7 to 8 reps, right? I usually fail around there. If I'll push out another rep, usually it'll be very, very, very good failure. So if you guys see me, I will be going to failure today, very heavy failure, and I'm going to just be testing that out and seeing how that works, because I have done high volume before. I have done Arnold's training. Arnold believes in 6 days a week, and I did about an hour to an hour and a half training with high volume, even on a bulk. I've done that before, and I've seen some pretty good progress with it, but I haven't seen how Mike Mentzer's training will do versus the Arnold training. So they're complete opposites, and I'm going to see how it works. And in the future, if this doesn't go so well, which it probably will, because I am eating enough good food to gain muscle and not fat, then we'll see what we can do. And if I don't see that much progress with it, I'll go ahead and switch to something a little bit different, or some of my own training, which I believe I have some. Alright, so let's get into arms. Alright, so something I want to mention about the arms, I want to talk a little bit about the muscle in general here. So I usually start, if you look at the arm in general, let's move this over. If you look at the arm in general, as you can see here, I have a peak on my bicep, which is exactly what we want to have, right? So the workouts I will go through today is going to be bicep curls. I'm going to make sure to get in probably some hammers, or like a hammer variation where I'm bringing it up to like here, like a hammer up to here, and then twisting so I can get the forearm a little bit. I don't do forearm individually. I don't do that very often. Every once in a while though, which is probably like once a week, or maybe even less, maybe once every 2 weeks or every other week, I'll go ahead and maybe do the forearms. Sometimes it's even less than that, but all you need to build your forearms are mainly just the bicep movements, which you really like to have the straight bar curl. Mike Mentzer also he says that the straight bar curl is very, very good, and not to use the Z-bar. The Z-bar, I do own a Z-bar, but it is not very good for contacting the bicep. It puts the tension on the forearm, and we want to have all bicep. You can see the contraction difference between those. So we're going to go ahead and do some of that. And then also something else to mention, for the tricep, I mainly try to get main parts of the tricep. I try to get a very good, nice pump starting up by doing the close grip bench press on a Smith machine. The reason for the Smith machine is because there's imbalances when you're doing with the normal bench, and what you can do is it can be kind of shaky. So you want to go ahead and do it with the Smith machine. If you can do it with the normal bench, go on ahead. I recommend using some safety though, or some clips on the ends so that you don't shake the bar too much. But I prefer it there. I get an equal pump on each arm. So I prefer that for pretty much the back of the arm here. And then for the sides of the arm, I believe that I can get, I use the, let me bring it real quick. I don't have a rope, but I prefer to use this. I may get a rope in the future, but I use this right now, and I've built all my muscle using this. I haven't ever been to any other gym. I haven't ever done anything else besides workout here. So this, close grip bench presses, and then something else I've also done in the past, I've done one arm overhead extensions. So I've done those in the past. I've also done two hands, so I would do something like this, sitting down on a bench. I do two hand like this, up above the head, which those give you a really nice pump. And other than that, there's also skull crushers, which I'm gonna do. Those are the main three I do. I do the close grip, I do the press downs like this with the V bar, and then I also do the, sometimes I'll also mention, which is a little off topic, I do the straight bar and I do the push downs like this, right? Just to push straight down. It will feel like you're doing, it feels like you're doing dips. So when you're doing dips, you'll get a little bit contraction on the chest, a little bit, but mainly it's like pushing down something down with your triceps. I don't do those as often. I might do one set of those or a small set of them. And then also you can use the straight bar, which Mike Mentzer advises. You can use a straight bar and he'll do, like, I think it's like palms down, right? Like this, and he'll just push down with the straight bar. So those are the main three that I do, besides the skull crushers. Skull crushers you want to keep in. So I do that with the easy bar, which is the V bar. You basically just want to skull crush like this and make sure you keep this part of the arm straight and move only this part of the arm here. Alright, so let's get right on into it. Okay, so something I like to do with the bicep curls is I like to start off on I do it with this. If your gym, I wouldn't say allows it, but if it's okay to do it at your gym, you can also do it on a squat rack. That's okay if there's nobody there, but I'm just saying it's a pretty nice place to do it because you got all the weights there and you have to worry about anything else. So that's a nice place to do it, but basically I like to do it with this because this bar's, I can rack it, like basically I can start up here, I can curl. Let me just move the camera a bit. Okay, so I can curl up here, I can take a step back, start curling up here, finish my set to failure. If I want to drop it down here, I can. If not, I can do my last rep, bring it up here, and just drop it. Sometimes I like dropping it down here because I'll do one extra rep, and then I'll feel like when I'm putting it down, I'll feel like I can do another one. So I just don't like the feeling of that. I like going to complete failure and just letting it sit right on here. Okay, so I basically start off with a warm-up set. I only do a warm-up on my first bicep workout or my first tricep workout or any other body part I'm doing. I only do 15 because I just want to get blood flowing in the muscle. I'm not trying to do a full set to failure. Just get blood flowing in your muscle. You'll feel it when it's a little bit of fatigue, just the smallest amount, and then you'll be good. I'm going to go get some wrist wraps because keeping your wrist straight will get more contractions to the biceps. Something I also like to do is follow what Arnold says. So strictly for biceps, Arnold says, so when you're curling, if you cheat a little bit, you go to failure, then you cheat a little bit, just a little swing, and then the heavier you go, every set, you're gonna go heavier, and do more cheating every set. Alright, when you're doing sets like that, you're going to get a lot of blood flow into the muscle. So I got a lot by going a little bit heavier. I do either 2 or 3 sets, and basically it just depends on how good the pump is. I want one more set just in case I'm missing out. Alright, so I used a ton of cheating on that set. Made sure that it's not enough to pull a muscle or anything. This is not enough weight to pull a muscle. I just try to go to really failure, like good failure. Don't do a ton of weight and cheat to the point where the pump is not worth it anymore. Make sure the pump is always worth it. It's not worth it to do it just to get the reps out with higher weight if your pump is not getting better. Okay, so right now the bicep pump is completely crazy. It is absolutely insane. It's getting the biceps very pumped. Right, so I'll show you guys. Very full. Right, now you don't want to pause the workout. Don't take a crazy rest. I'm gonna go right into doing some hammers. So I want to do some hammers. I don't have much weight heavier than 30s. I don't have any weight heavier than 30s for dumbbells. So I'm going to be using dumbbells, 30 specifically. I'm going to have to do a lot more reps, but I'll try to tire myself out by doing really good form. You want sets to failure like that on curls mainly because it really helps the muscle build by tearing the muscle fibers. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to twist and pull up as much as you can, squeeze at the top and let down slowly. Don't just drop them and pull them back up, let them slowly down. The pump can be even better. If you can make it to 2 sets, it's better to do 2 sets than 3 if you can make it there. Which means, if you can get yourself to real absolute failure with 2 sets, you don't need any more sets after that. That's all you need, just 2 sets. So, the bicep pump is very strong, very high. We're gonna go ahead and do some preacher curls. Okay, so here we are at the preacher curls. What you wanna do is, I usually start very heavy. Right, I start very not too heavy enough to make it give us or keep our pump going, and you want to finish these by squeezing all the way at the top, because what it looks like when it's contracted is what you want it to. That's what it's going to look like in the future. It's going to look like that anytime you flex it. So you want to contract as high as you can up on this, right? Don't get a habit of going too forward on these, because when you flex, you don't flex all the way in like this. You flex like this. So if you can get that angle right, and you can go down here and pull it up, at the perfect angle so that when you're up at top, it's just like when you're flexing. You want to have it like that. That's what I found best for preacher curls, and that's what gets you this peak right here at the top of the bicep. That's what gets you that. So let's get started. I basically got 12 reps on that, so I'm going to add a 25. So we're going to be at 100 pounds now, and I'm going to try to get 8 reps out of it. Alright, my form's not amazing, so I'm going to take off the plate, drop it on the floor. This is just being realistic. Don't lowball it, highball it. You'd rather stop your set and lower the weight than start with the low, tiny weights that you don't even, you know you can do. Ooh, at the end of these, your biceps should be burning a lot. They should be burning a ton. You should get a pump like this. I'm gonna try to fail at 8. If I need to load on my reps, I will, to fail at 8. If you guys want to do a set and cheat like that, it's extra good. Because as Mike Menser said, the positive motion doesn't mean anything. It's the negative motion. So if you can pull it up and lower it down very slowly or slower than you did up, you're getting positive motion. Well, you're getting a positive output of what you're doing. So you want to always pull up and slowly drop down, even when you're cheating on any workout. Always want to have wrist reps on, mostly for arm day. That should be good. That should be about good. Now, usually what I do is the gnarling in the middle. Don't focus on the gnarlings on the outside. Focus on the ones on the inside. And basically, where the small one ends on the outside, go right here, outside of it. You want to grip it, push it up, and start your set. Only problem I feel is if you have the bench in the wrong position, which I do. I gotta move over just a little bit. You want to have as even as a pump as you can get. Okay, so that was my little warm-up set. 12 reps, 45 pounds on each side. And now I'm going to get into the actual workout. So I think I might be doing 2 or 3 maybe of these sets at most. If you fail, can let it drop on your chest. I just filled a 6, so I didn't know, you know, how the curve goes. Add more weight, add more weight, add more weight. Boom, shoots up, gets super hot out of nowhere. So I'm gonna go ahead and take off 1.5 on each side. And I'm gonna do another set. Just because it was a little bit too heavy. 6 reps are not really that much beneficial to, they're not really beneficial to do a muscle building workout. Okay, that was another 6. Failed again at it, but that's alright. 6 and 6. That's about 12. So let's combine them, let's continue. Alright, so I think this is about a good angle. In order for me to do my tricep press downs or push downs, I like to stay right here, like maybe a foot out from where I do them. So I start pretty low with about 40 or 50 pounds on it, and I'll work my way up to there. That was 13. We're gonna count that as a warm-up set, and we're gonna keep on going. I'm gonna make the weight higher. 50's not enough. So that was about 10. Point of it is keep on going, right? Basically, at 9, I got super tired, right? Felt like I could just left it up there. Which one is you want to push down? Even if you get half a rep, it's better than nothing. And you want to push as hard as you can. Truly as hard as you can. And even if you just push that little, that's gonna complete. That is more powerful than 1.5 reps. So go ahead and do that last push, just the last push to the middle or wherever you are, even at the top here. It's better than nothing. It's better than letting go at 9. So do 10, do 11, do 12. Push that last rep and even the last half a rep. So what I did there was I let go a few times. The reason is because you can see on this, I think you guys can see that. Basically, here, let me pull this. When I get close to the end here, my hands start to push against the metal. It's not very nice. So I bring it up really quick, put my hands back at the top, and start pushing down again. Now, reason for that is the same angle is at the top. If you have an angle and you're at the bottom of the angle, it's the same angle as the top, right? A little bit more complicated. If your arms are wider, you know, that stuff. Don't worry about that. Bring your hands all the way back to the top, because mine slip. Even with these rubber grips that I have on and holding it as hard as I can, they still slip. Because, you know, at the bottom you let go a little. So if you need to bring it back to the top, let it go, and quickly pull it back down. Don't lose any momentum, and you'll get a great tricep. But my triceps are feeling great already. If I start flexing them, you know, everything feels good already. Arms are feeling very, very big. posing can look good after this. So now we're gonna go ahead and that's our two tricep workouts. We're gonna go ahead and do one more, and that's gonna be skull crushers. Those are gonna be down on this little tiny bench down here. I'm gonna just pull it out, grab my easy bar. My easy bar has 15 on each side plus 5 and 5, so it's gonna be like 40, 55, 50, 45 or 55 around there. And I'm just gonna go ahead and pump those out. I don't change the weight on that much because usually I don't do as much on that. I always try to keep good strict form on those. Make sure you're not cheating on those at all. So let's get right into it. All right, lay down right here. I'm gonna go ahead, grab this bar. Here it is. Swing it over my body, right? Go ahead and align myself with the bench. Bring it down, bring up, and start skull crushing. Okay, that's 12. I basically feel like this side over here is heavier than this side, so I'm gonna go ahead and flip it. This is light enough so I can keep it right here. Pretty much throw this around. Let's just throw it right here. I don't take much of a rest on this. I don't have to get up and go sit back down a whole lot, so I just try to do this, and usually I can catch my breath. By the time I get to the second, third set, I'll be out of breath and we'll be done with the workout, and then we can start posing. Alright, that's our second set down. Complete failure. Just one more. I'm gonna take like 10 seconds. Alright, a little bit more than 10 seconds, but let's grab it again. Alright, couldn't get any more. It's the end of the workout. Let's start posing. Okay, so you should really be drenched in sweat, as you guys can see. Red cheeks, kind of like really sweaty. That's how you should be after your workout's over. Sweat in your arms, don't worry about that. Take the belt off. We can get started with the posing. Always sweating the belt. If you don't have a pair of wrist wraps, definitely recommend them. They make the pump so much better. And you can really feel everything better when you have those wrist wraps. Alright, so you can go ahead and take this off now. Go ahead and take it off. Alright, here we go. Everything's feeling a little bit pumped, even the chest. Right? Everything's feeling pretty full. Alright. Set it real quickly. Oh yeah, that feels very nice. Very good pump. Let's see. Let me take it a little bit closer maybe. Take this a little bit closer. Take this. Good amount closer. Middle of the camera should be here. Okay, so here we go. Chest looking very nice. Shoulders moving. Right? 16-inch arms, 15.75, right around there. Very, very full, very round. This round shape looks very nice. All right, let's get right up. Straight up like that. Looks very, very, very clean. Can't even see the lines are blocking it on the camera, but like this, very, very nice. Ready? Very good. Ready? Let's get one of these. Why not have a back one? Shadow's messing up. Let's go. Triceps. Back like that. Ready? Up and down. Very, very full. Can't see amazingly how good this is, but I can feel how crazy the pump is. You know? Feel it crazy. Let's get back one maybe. That. I don't really know what it looks like, but let's try it. I don't know if I'm centered, but yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for arm day. Make sure you guys are eating. Make sure you're getting your protein. Make sure you're eating enough. That's pretty much the thing. Eat enough if you're on a cut. Eat as little as you need to. And basically, you want to achieve your goals. Push it very, very hard in the gym. Go to failure. That's what you need to do. And besides that, you know, get those arms very big and pumped. I'll see you guys in the next one.